ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dynamic Billiard European Championships, and we are at the team finals. Germany up against Portugal, and we have the 8-ball match here on the main table. Rainer Wirsbitzki up against Antonio Neves. It's in the 8-ball. In the 9-ball on table 2, Stefan Gross against Manuel Pereira. And over on table number 3, playing the 10-ball, Enrique Correa against Christian Dingler. And Christian coming in for Dirk Stenton, who all lost his match against the Austrian Johann Schoeneth, who all lost his match against the Austrian Johann Schoenethana. Yes, that guy. So I have a little change in the German lineup. Whether that's an automatic system, if you lose your match, you are out of the team for the next one. We don't know. I'm making a ball off the break, put the cue ball right up on the rail. So, Billiard Circus Tommy would like to have seen Finland in the final because Nukanen might have played, probably in place of Laakso, if anybody. Oh, and Rainer missing first shot there. Yeah, probably in place of Pauli Laakso. He wasn't having a good time there on table number 5 against Manuel Pereira. Sami Kartonen doing a good job against Enrique Correa. It's a really terrific 10-ball he made there after Correa was talking about the foul on the 9. A lot of pressure on that shot. And then Hartikainen couldn't do anything about his match there, having a dry break, and Neves running 2 racks, or clearing up the rack from Hartikainen and breaking and running his own. And there he goes and misses a shot like that. Yeah. Still, it's a bronze medal for Team Finland and Team Austria. Still a good achievement, but I'm sure both teams would have preferred a brighter colour. Rainer been up in the mountains today with an interview with Thomas Overbeck. Talked about his experience in New York. First time ever in America after 37 years of playing. There's a Wirsbitzki family in the background there. Son, daughter, and I think the wife. A little bit dark there, couldn't see, but I think so. Just to take the 5 into the centre, a bit of draw, maybe 2 cushions, and then be on the 8-ball. Oh, He didn't get that quite right. Gives Antonio Neves another chance here. I'll just get in a question. There is an interview on Kazoo. No, it's on if you look on the EPBF Facebook page, you'll see the link there, but it's on YouTube, on the EPBF YouTube website. That's the interview with Wirsbitzki. But the link is there on the Facebook page. See if I can just get it up for you in a moment. There you go, the link is now posted on there. Nice little interview. Took a ride in a cable car. Actually, it's worth watching because the cable car got stuck for about 5 minutes. Oh, stuck and stuck. They stopped it for whatever reason. And there was a nice visitor. It's called a wasp. But of course, they couldn't stop the interview going. And so Thomas is dodging the wasp a few times, so it's worth watching. But the interview's great as well. It was quite funny with the wasp. There's Nathalie Roma from France, already got a couple of bronze medals here this week so far. Well, Glenna, you can uncross your fingers now. They're in the final, and Antonio Neves scratches. Or you can still keep them crossed if you want. Presume that you were watching the tournament in New York there. Well, thank you, Glenna. I do try have a bit of fun with you as well. And also try and give a bit of an insight into what happens here as well. Oh, Rainer missing a couple of balls as of late. That's the second one now. Maybe I'm a little bit tired, been a long day for everybody. It was fortunate that the 3 sat on the cushion as it blocks the path for Antonio's 13. He's got a great position now to send that up the top corner. Oh, hit the middle knuckle. Hit the middle knuckle with the 13. It's always a risk when you're going past that centre pocket. "13" wasn't frozen to the rail either, so you couldn't just slide it up there. Glenn is just pointing out that Rainer is just warming up. It's certainly warm outside. Been a very hot day today. Been quite hot inside as well. Even hotter in the arena with all the lamps and the TVs. And this is the final. Stefan Gross ties the match up on table 2. That's 1 each now. Dingler is 1-0 up on table 3. More and more people coming in now. Obviously, dinner time is over. Nice shot there from Rainer. A bit of Czech English on the cue ball there. Get it over to the right side for the 7. Yeah, that is Rainer's wife and children. Makes the 8 ball easy for himself, bumps into it, sends it to the corner, and that squares the match up 1 each. A race to 7, this 8 ball. 10 ball also a race to 7, and the 9 ball a race to 8. Early days here. There we have a couple of the future stars. Got to go through the youth system first to get to the seniors. But who knows, a few years' time. I've got a few of the hotel residents came into this venue during the few weeks we've been here, so it is nice. Got a family hotel here, especially this time of the year. A lot of them with young kids. They're in bed early. Yes, Billiard Circus, all matches are under shot clock, all 3. It was only the team semi-finals that was not, because obviously you need 6 referees there, 1 for each table. But the finals are for the teams, but all the individual disciplines, it's been semi-finals and finals. It's been a good idea actually, and the players have also agreed. It's not a bad thing to have. And I know the sports directors are going to speak about it. We have obviously Anna Maria Matasic, who is the sports director, and then you have the youth sports director, Sandra Hunt. And I think they're going to bring it in for all the disciplines in all categories next year. So all semi-finals and finals will be played under a shot clock. Okay, so the refs raise their hands. just to let the audience and also the opposing player know that the shot clock has started. It's something that they got from Asia. They had a couple of Asian referees over in Portugal as a sort of a part exchange. We sent 2 of our referees over to the Amway Cup. That was Laszlo Szabo and Daniel Haberstraat. Danilo is refereeing on table number 2 at the moment. That's what they picked up from Asia, so it's a little bit of an exchange program that the referees can learn from each other, and that was one of the good things, amongst others, that they brought back. You'll see Danilo doing a little bit of a dance in the arena soon as well. It's also something else he picked up from the Asians. He's just explaining to me outside what he's going to do. I think it's a bit of a Saturday Night Fever sort of come referee theme. Hey, maybe the Haribo killer wants to get up here. Do my job as well. Yeah, Nikola Peso, our Croatian referee, one of the senior referees. We have all senior referees here, apart from one, as far as I understand. Gindaris, I believe, is still a junior referee. Probably gets shot now, I may have got the wrong one, but I think it is Gindaris as a junior referee. It's the 8 ball. I'll give Antonio Neves a 2-1 lead. And overall, Portugal at this stage will be leading 2-1. Table 1 and 3 in Portugal's favour. Table number 2 in Germany's. There you see from the ambience pitch, you see Danilo just raising his hand there, doing on table number 2. He's the one that we're going to be looking for later with this dance of his, who's pointing out that in Asia, because of the 3-point rule, which we don't have on the 8-ball table, the referee on table number 2 will put his hand up to let you know 1 ball down or 2 balls down or past the head string something, so we're laughing with him outside. So he's going to look like John Travolta doing Saturday Night Fever. So we're going to have a look at that later, I'm sure. So Glenna does tricks with gummy bears. Just talking about that on the chat there. The Haribo does tricks with them too. He just makes them disappear. It's a specialty of his. Oh, a little bit too fine on that 14 from Antonio. Wow. Really rushed past that one. Didn't think there was enough space for that. Yeah, Mackin just pointing out it was a really good interview there, or great, as he says, with Rainer Wirsbitzki. It was a bit of fun. You liked the wasps, though, didn't you, Mackin? Thomas loves wasps. We yesterday had a few hours out. The local organizer, Theo Riedelecker, took us up to Ulm, is what they call it. So it's sort of a little shack come house right up in the mountain. It's only open for a few months in a year, where we had a little bit of lunch and there was wasps swarming everywhere, and Thomas couldn't sit still. They were crazy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not keen on the wasps either, but Thomas could not sit still for a minute. There was a lot. Apparently there is an epidemic of them here in Austria. I'm not sure if that's true or if that's just the organizer trying to explain why we are infested with them outside. Also, Thomas is there listening. Well, Mackin, if it's too cold over where you are to get many of them, maybe we can pack a few in a bottle and send them over with a Swedish team. There's enough here. Learned a few tricks as well, how to sort of try and keep the wasps away. I mean, there's so many here, you cannot do it really, but cut the top off of a bottle, turn it upside down and put it back in, basically, or put it in the sides if you like. I'm sure there's some explanations on YouTube somewhere, but it seemed to work. Pretty even around the tables. Only table number 3. We have a leader in Enrique Correa. 3-1 up now against Dingler. Christian Dingler came in for the Stenton. Neves And a great semi-final, at least the last two racks anyway. Beating Finland's Marko Hartikainen. Macca, no, I heard that Enrique's friend had a stroke, which is obviously quite a serious thing. I don't know how bad the stroke is. I only heard that today, actually, from Thomas. Maybe Thomas could give us a little bit more information on it, because it was Thomas who mentioned it to me. Yeah, that's the one, Paolo Costa. Okay, yeah, so Thomas only heard the saying that he suffered a stroke, so we don't know actually how bad the stroke is. Of course, strokes can come in many forms. But let's hope that it's not a real serious one. Of course, they all are, don't get me wrong, but I think you know what I mean. Some people can be very lucky if they are found quickly. I'm sure you know the signs. If not, look them up on any kind of website. The signs for a stroke. You could help save a friend. Talking is one of them. Balance is another. Facial expressions, a special one. Ask them to stick their tongue out, for examples. Learn them. It might save a friend, even a stranger. You never know. I like Glenna's phrase there about Thomas the Ant-Man. Yeah, he looked like he had ants in his pants, actually, because the wasp was buzzing around. It was actually quite funny. But good interview. Nicely done with our cameraman, Geoffrey. He is also under strict instructions not to touch our playlists. So if you were listening during the Youth European Championships, you probably heard a couple of weird French songs there about ooh la la and all of them sort of things. Geoffrey is the culprit, slipping a couple of silly songs onto the playlist. Told him I'll chop his fingers off if he goes near the playlist again. Tony and Neves really moving around this table. There you have it, 3-2. Oh yes, Glenna, about the strokes, yeah, the signals. I think more people who understand a little bit, or at least the sign to look for, then it does help anybody. Macken's complaining that it's a long time till the next Euro Tour in Leander. I think a few of us here, the staff, I know we love to be with you guys and girls, whether on the chat or here in person, but I think a few of us are looking to a well-earned break. Recharge the batteries, have a few weeks at home, and then we'll be ready for the next one. Oh, the cue ball is going to drop. All scores are 3-2 on every table at the moment. 3-2 twice in the favour of Portugal, and only once on table 2 in the favour of Germany. Oh, Macken's looking forward to the next Women's Euro Tour. I wonder why. For those who don't know, Macken has a favourite lady player or women's player. He's her biggest fan. I'm going to call in the extension here. Hasn't really got the position on the 6 to get down for the 1. I think that's what he was really hoping. I think he could do it, but he has to force it, but he's not going for that. Maybe here with a 3. Would he do it now or take the 7 first? Take the 7 first maybe, and use that position to creep down. There you see the 1 ball. He's got to get down the back there. And that looks about perfect. Yes, Tommy, the shot clock is a total of 35 seconds. After 25, the referee will call time, which means you've got 10 seconds to actually get the ball moving. Extension, 1 allowed per rack of 25 seconds. We have Dirk Stenton on the left. Got replaced in the team in this final by Christian Dingler. Dirk Stenton, the only one to lose in the match against Austria. It was close though, because Mr. Gross was sort of gifted his match. But Thomas Radakovits missing the 6 ball. Only had the 6 and 9 remaining, and Austria would have been in the final. And Thomas missing the 6 left it very difficult for Stefan though. But Stefan played a good safety, and the rest is history, as they say. Circus is asking which female player Macken has taken a shine to. It's got to be the one and only Katarzyna Wesolowska from Poland. Lovely young lady. This final is really tight, all matches really close. Yes, Macken. Katarzyna is always smiling. One of the most pleasant young ladies, actually, on the tour. There are a lot of them, but I think she stands out the most. Always got a smile, win or lose. Enrique Correira, I think, extending his lead. Leading 4-2 now against Christian Dingler. Mamo Pereira is 4-3 up against Stefan Gross. And of course, Antonio Neves has just made it 4-3 here, so Portugal up in all of the matches. There we have Karin Michel and her husband. It's been a good helper to the referees here. I must say a big thank you to him. Been running down the shop into the town for them, getting them some energy drinks. I'm not going to say which one, there's no free advertising here. Getting them an energy drink, keep them going all day. Took Thomas for a haircut as well at the local sheep shearing farm. Oh, Johnny van Rijkel there, player from Belgium. But yeah, big thank you to Mr. Michel for his help in feeding or watering the referees. And again, Antonio Neves scratching off at a break. Oh, Reiner. Wow. Ball in hand. Off the break, of course, got to play up the table. But missing that one ball. Now, Antonio takes advantage. Bad miss there from Reiner. I think the team really relying on Reiner for a point. No disrespect to the other two, but I think he's the strongest player in the team. Of course, we know Dirk Stenton, but he is benched tonight. I I think, yeah, Mackin just asking about any specific reason why the Portuguese team is always so strong. Not sure. I mean, they have the elderly side of things very good. There's not much youngsters coming through. That's the only problem I see in Portugal. But of course, they've had a lot of different federations as well over the years. So hopefully now the federation is working in a positive way. We may see some youngsters coming through in the future. I think it could be a misspent youth, Nakan, as well. There, Rainer taking a timeout, trailing 5 games to 3. And when you're talking about Portugal and the players, it really is from the northern part, the southern part. There really is not a lot of action. Same as in Spain. Southern part of Spain, not a lot of action. Too much beach and sunny weather. There we have Manuel Pereira. Yeah, northern part of Spain and Portugal is where most of the action takes place. The Italians in the background there, also with the Portuguese lady. We have Cristina Moschetti. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Cristina. Borlänge, there's Billiard Circus on about some places in Sweden that they play. Borlänge, I think we went there for the World Championships in the 90s. Wasn't much else to do in Borlänge, I must admit. So Glenna lives in Benidorm. Well, that is a turn up. I actually live in Finnestrand. Oh, well, getting a bit lucky there. Yeah, I heard, Glenna, it's around 40 degrees or something like that in Benidorm. Do you work in the main hospital in Benidorm? Yeah, Rainer doing some exercises. Nicola Besso. He was with us at the Atlantic Challenge Cup as well. Okay, Glenna, yeah. Do you play in the Benidorm Pool League at all, Glenna? Do you get time for that? If so, what team do you play for? Glenna, yeah, I live in Finnestrad actually. I'm going to be home next Tuesday, finally. 7 weeks on the road. It's a long time. So yeah, I live in Finnestrad. Talking about Nicholas Bergendoff there on the chat, a player who used to be a regular in the Swedish team. He had a couple of kids with his wife and sort of took time out basically as a family man. Yeah, Glenna, not a problem. I don't mind meeting up. I have a sherbet or two. Just send me an email. davidmorris13@hotmail.com. Exchange phone number or something. Meet up one day when you're free. Of course you can, Mackin. Mackin is craving some sangria. As Antonio Neves is really piling on the pressure. He's got a little problem here. It does squeeze. What a terrific shot there from Antonio Neves. I was just trying to look, does it squeeze through? There you have it. On the heel, Antonio Neves 6-3. Rea already won his match over on table 3, 7-2. So Antonio Neves needing just one more rack to give Portugal the gold medal. One rack now for Antonio Neves. And the gold is going to Portugal. I made the ball, the 4 just run into the corner. Solids should be the choice looking at the table there. 3. Oh, he's going for 11, going for the stripes there. Green 14 to the centre. It's a fine cut. Oh, just slides that, and look, he's lost it a little bit. Still got a 13 up top. He can still take the 10. Reina can do nothing. Tommy asking about Neves in the individuals. I'm not sure about the 9 ball. He may still be in. I haven't checked that yet, but certainly not as well as he's playing here at the moment. And this 8 ball to send the Portuguese crazy. You're going to see some wild celebrations if this drops. There you have it. Portugal win the team gold. I remember them doing that in 2010 in Brandenburg, and one of them ended up with almost a broken leg. It's a crazy celebration. I'm glad he ran back there for Reina. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have the award ceremonies coming up shortly. Don't forget the 9 ball still to come tomorrow. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you all again soon. Glenna, I'll wait for your email, and we'll get in touch. Meet up in Spain. Bye for now.